Hi everyone, this is going to be the reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of September 2022. This can apply if you're an Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs in case this video does not resonate with you. Do keep in mind this is a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. So take what resonates and leave out the rest. I am also taking bookings for personal readings, so if you'd like to drop me a message for a natal chart reading or a Synastry chart reading or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both the links are in the description box below, and I'll get back to you soon. So let's get started. So Aquarius, today I'm using the Voyager Tarot deck. So the first card I'm getting is Equilibrium, Two of Cups, which is coming up as a reversal. The second card is Fulfillment, Nine of Cups, really good energy. The third card is Ten of Cups, Passion card in reverse. So it's interesting, Aquarius, with Saturn being in your sign. This is interesting that this combination has come up. So overall, what I'm sensing is in your present moment, you're very happy with the way things are going for you. Now, this is a state of mind. Like the fulfillment card, the Nine of Cups, is a state of mind. It's not really about how much you have in terms of material abundance. It's not about the actual reality of your life, but it's all about your state of mind, as in how content do you feel with your life in your present moment. So it's very frequency related, it's very zen, it's very spiritual. And I feel like you are in that state of mind in the month of September. So you may not have reached your true goal yet. Like the final outcome may still be on the horizon, because the the 10 of cups, I'm not able to speak today, Mercury retrograde. The 10 of cups comes after the 9 of cups, right, in the sequence of the tarot. And the fact that you have the Nine of Cups in the upright position, but the Ten of Cups is coming up as a reversal, tells me that you are very content. You have this sense of fulfillment about your life right now, and you're very peaceful about it. Like, if somebody asked you, would you change something about your life today? You would probably say no. Now, of course, like I said, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone. Some people may be like, no, I mean, I'm not really happy with my life right now. But what I'm trying to say is, even though the final goal that you're working towards, which is the Ten of Cups, which is what we all aspire to, the happily ever after, the positive outcome, that may still not be on the horizon for you. Like, you may not have reached the finish line just yet, but the journey that you're on right now is very pleasing for you. It's very positive for you, and you are quite happy with that, actually. And honestly, it's interesting because I feel like you maybe in the past you put a timeline to your goals, like I need to do this by this particular time frame, or I need to get that job by this time frame, or I need to be this certain way in the next couple of months. You may have put that restriction on yourself over the last couple of months or years, but you're not doing that anymore. And that has been very liberating for you, especially because Saturn is in Aquarius right now. Saturn has a lot to do with restrictions and delays, and those restrictions and delays are usually there for a reason, for a purpose, because we are meant to learn something in the process. And I think your learning has been this achievement of the Nine of Cups energy, that feeling of being content even when you don't know how things are going to pan out, even when you don't know the end goal in sight. Like, of course you have certain goals and you're working towards them, but you have no idea when it's going to come into fruition, or you don't know what it's going to look like. Like, for example, if you're looking for abundance, what does that abundance look like, or how it's going to show up for you? That is something you don't know yet. So it's like, the ships are coming in, but you're not able to see them on the horizon just yet. So there is something that the universe is holding back from you because it's not time yet. It's kind of like, again, I like to use the food analogy where you're trying to bake a cake, and you've put in all the ingredients in place, and maybe maybe you are about to put the cake batter into the oven, but suddenly the oven gets spoiled or whatever. I'm just giving an example, and you don't know when you're going to be able to bake the cake. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. But are you happy with the cake batter? Yes. Are you happy with the ingredients that you've put in? Yes. Do you know when you're going to be able to actually eat the cake? Probably not, because it depends on when the oven is going to get repaired and so many other things. This is just an analogy that I'm using. But what I'm trying to say is that there is some kind of delay and restriction that the universe is purposely placing right now, because it is not time yet. And for some reason, maybe in the past, you may have, like, if something similar had happened, let's say a couple of months before Aquarius, you may have you may have become very impatient then. Like, you may have been very frustrated whenever things like that happened, whenever there were delays. But now you are very in this energy of going with the flow, which is strange because you are a fixed sign, Aquarius. Even though you're an air sign, is still a fixed sign. So that level of mutability and adaptability that's there with a lot of the mutable signs, you sometimes struggle with that. Like, for example, you may be one of those signs that needs to have a plan in place. Like, you need to know where things are going. You certainly have fixed opinions about a lot of things, and it's quite difficult to change your mind about a lot of things. But I feel that, like, the biggest lesson for you in the month of September, which you're already learning, in which you're already in that modality, that frequency, is that all that matters is the present moment. And you're really learning to enjoy that. And you're really learning to find peace with that. And I feel like acceptance is a very big theme for you, Aquarius, in the month of September. Acceptance can really free us up from so many of the frustrations that we go through in our life, if we just accept things for the way they are. For example, if someone shows you their true colors and you simply accept them for the way they are, I'm not saying tolerating that behavior, but I'm saying really seeing them for their true colors and accepting that as the reality of who they are, that makes life so much simpler for you, because now you have your answer. Now you can move on to something better, things like that. So maybe in the past you refused to accept certain things because you may have held on to your opinion about how things should have been, or how a person should have been, or how a situation should have been. But now you're not in that mode anymore. Now you are very much about, let's just enjoy life right now, the way it is, exactly the way it is. Is it ideal? Is the situation ideal? No, maybe not. Is my life perfect? No, maybe not. It's not for you. But you are learning to enjoy your life with what you have. That's very Nine of Cups energy. um, I'm getting the Two of Cups, which is the equilibrium card that is coming up as a reversal. So, the Two of Cups is this energy of synergy and balance. It's also a card of romance. So some people like to look at it that way. But to me, it's more about alignment with yourself. And it's about aligning your practical nature with your emotional nature, because there's both water and land in this card, and both of these represent emotion and practicality. And Aquarius, you are known to be quite a logical sign. You're not known to be very, very emotional. Of course, it depends on the whole chart. It depends on what other placements you have, aspects to them, so many things. But just in isolation, Aquarius, the sign itself is not known to be very, very emotional. You can be quite aloof sometimes. But, um, there is some kind of imbalance that I'm sensing here, where maybe you are being too emotional on one end of the spectrum, or you're being too practical on the other end of the spectrum. Something tells me you may be being too practical. Intuitively, that's what I'm picking up. Maybe you're being very, very practical in the month of September, to the point where you may not be um, getting in touch with your emotions that much. Maybe you're trying to be more logical about things in life. Like, for example, if you're, for example, feeling a certain way on a particular day, you may be not looking at that or not examining it to understand why you're feeling that way. and you may try to use productivity as an excuse or logic as an excuse by saying, I don't really need to deal with that right now. It's not important. There are more pressing things at hand right now. Things like that, and that may be putting you in an imbalance right now where you may not be feeling that centered or that grounded as much as you'd like. Let's look at some more, the overall energy for you with one more card. What is the final message for Aquarius? So we are getting the Child of Wands, the Seeker card, which is a reversal. So Aquarius, you are a seeker. You are a seeker of truth. You're a visionary. You like to explore things, futuristic concepts. You are way ahead of your time when it comes to a lot of things. People may label you a bit of an eccentric person or a weird sign, but that's because you don't see things in the present moment. You see things from a future lens, and you're very good at finding solutions to problems in very unique and creative ways. And those ways may not make sense to a lot of people a lot of the time because they are so out of their time. They're so almost outlandish. But if you look at it 20 years from now, it's going to make perfect sense. But today, if somebody asks you to find a solution and you find a solution, it's not going to make sense to a lot of people in today's age. But 20 years down the line, it may make perfect sense. So that's how future oriented you are. Now, this card is coming up as a reversal, which tells me that that blockage or imbalance that I was talking about, that may have something to do with this. So I feel like your curious nature, Aquarius, you are a very curious sign. You like to look at solutions to problems. You're the kind of sign that likes to, maybe I'm just giving an example, like dismantle an electronic gadget and try to piece it together just to see how it works. Your mind works like that. You like to solve puzzles. You like to find how things work. You're very curious in that way. You like to see how things work, what makes things tick, what makes people tick. So you like to understand the inner workings of somebody or something, pretty much like a clock. Like find the missing parts and let's see how they are placed together. What is this person made up of? What is this situation made up of? And that is being blocked for some reason. So the Nine of Cups is a great energy to have. And actually, now that I think about it, the imbalance that I'm sensing is maybe more than, like, remember what I said earlier? I said that you may be more practical than emotional. Now I actually feel maybe you're being more emotional than practical. You're not using your logical side as much, Aquarius, is what I'm picking up on now when I see this final card. So what I'm feeling is in the quest of being in this Nine of Cups energy, which is about, really finding happiness with what you have and being really content in this moment, which is all very nice. It's a great state of mind to be in. But Aquarius, you are the sign of invention, and no invention was ever made by being completely satisfied with what you have. There is always a level of dissatisfaction required to be able to find, okay, what's out there, let's find a solution to this, or I'm not happy with the way the way things are in my life right now, and so let's look at the solution for this. That may be lacking a little bit because you may be so intoxicated in this feeling of happiness that you have right now, that zest for knowledge, which Aquarius is so known for, you are so known for, that may be missing a little bit. That logical side of you, which is so used to finding solutions. Let's look at a creative solution to this problem, or let's see what's out there. How can this be made better? That creative process, which is based on logical thinking, that may be a little bit stifled right now. But I don't think that that is actually a hindrance. I feel like that's happening for a reason. Because, like I said, this Ten of Cups is being withheld from you by the universe for some reason. There is something about divine timing at play here. And I know a lot of us don't like to hear that time and time again because it's such a commonly used phrase. But I really do feel that divine timing is at play here, where a lot of things are out of character for you. Like you're known for logic, but this month you're all about the emotion and all about feeling good and trying to make yourself feel good. And that is outside your comfort zone. It's very unlike you. And that is happening for a reason, because you're meant to, there's a method to this madness. You're meant to figure something out in the month of September. And once you do that, then the 10 of Cups is going to get unlocked for you. That final goal, that abundance, or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, that's going to show up for you once you go through this process that you're going through right now. So, Aquarius, those are your overall messages for the month of September. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Your likes help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm and help other people who are looking for similar content be able to find my videos and watch them. And if it resonated with you, if this video resonated with you, do drop in a comment. I love reading your comments and interacting with you. And also, if you'd like to book a reading with me, do drop in a message on Facebook or email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.